Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is healthy and well today. Welcome, all my new supporters. I can't take this serious already, man. Today, I bring to you a highly recommended video, man. I still can't tell the difference. I don't know if it's an alligator or a crocodile, but we're gonna call it both for now, man. Somebody please let me know in the comments. I can't tell the difference. Either way, I'm cooked. I run into these things in public, I'm cooked. Today we'll be reacting to 11 things not to do in Australia. Must see before you go. This was highly recommended. We ain't watched this before? I mean, I checked the archive. We ain't watched this. I was in the history, liked videos. You know I like every video. This video is not liked. And I did not unlike the video before we started. That's so corny, bro. Faking reactions. We ain't gotta fake no reaction, baby. But let's do this, man. I'm ready.
Australia is many
Original
things.
video link in the
It's a
description.
continent that makes up the 6th largest country in the world and is home to some of the most dangerous creatures on the planet. And no, I'm not just talking about Australians. With a little over 8.5 million people visiting each year, tourism is a huge part of Australia's economy.
Am I getting deja vu or did we watch it? I'm gonna keep it going.
That being said, there are a number of things to look out for when you're there. So let's get right into it.
Whose channel is this? I think he used the same instrumental music. That's what it is. Cause I know that. I know that music. Dun, 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 dun. I like it. I remember that instrumental in the background. This is a different video. This is a completely different video. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Cause I'm like, man, did we watch this?
Tourism is a huge part of Australia's economy. That being said, there are a number of things to look out for when you're there. So let's get right into it.
Bro, that beat is hard, bro.
Number 1,
hard.
Don't stray from the path. With over 66 different venomous species, which is the 3rd largest concentration in the world, by the way, it's important to know where you are at all times. Now, this is especially true if you plan on trekking or camping.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. What is that called? Oh my gosh, I forgot the word. What is that called? What is that? You can't see like tiny things all in like one little spot. I mean, I can look at it. I ain't soft now. I can look at tiny things in one spot. But like that remind me of my old house we used to stay at. It'd be ants piled up and everything, trying to come in the crib. I'm getting
thing in the outback. With things like the common brown snake, box jellyfish, and crocodiles. There's no shortage of dangerous animals here.
You see how that boy jumped? You see how that boy... Excuse me. Imagine you dangling for your life. Hands like this, huh? And your legs just like some prey. What?
This is especially true if you plan on trekking or camping in the outback. With things like the common brown snake, box jellyfish, and crocodiles. There's no shortage of dangerous animals here. So it's important that you stay on the path when you're exploring. And that goes for warning signs as well. Because while it may seem funny to some people from different countries, here they're very real and should be taken seriously.
That means they got a snake sign? Oh, that's the one you need to be worried about. That's the only one I'll be looking for. I bet you I still walk up in this area as long as there's no snake sign. Real talk. I bet you I still go up in this area, man. And we fine. I ain't worried about nothing in there. Now, if there's a snake...
Funny to some people from different countries, here they're very real and should be taken seriously.
Yeah, we good. I don't see no snake, but we good. As long as it's not a snake. I'll go head up with the croc and the alligator before the snake. I put that on me. I put that on my life. What? A snake too. I don't got time for that.
Number 2, don't underestimate the cost. Australia is known for having one of the highest living costs in the world, and traveling there is no different. Now, of course, this is all subjective depending on where you go and where you're from, but it still might surprise you to hear that a beer costs around $9 Australian dollars.
Oh.
And a meal at a mid-range restaurant costs around 40. Now, all in all, if you're really...
Okay, $9 for a beer? Damn. Yo, how much a water is? Because he showed the water in that first clip. That's the last thing I want to see when you mention Australia being expensive, man. Some water? What's the price of everything else then, huh? Oh my gosh. I gotta come out there with bank. That's what I be saying. Like, I gotta dump the chick. I gotta, come out there.
And a meal at a mid-range restaurant costs around 40. Now, all in all, if you're really trying to save money, you can get it down to around 100 Australian dollars per day. And I'll just throw that number out there as an average. But between transportation, food, and lodging, the prices can get a bit expensive. So it's important that you price out your trip accordingly.
I don't know what that is, but it look good. I know it ain't no swine. It ain't swine. That's why I said it look good.
Number 3, and this is a short one.
Good.
Don't say shrimp.
Shrimp on the barbie. I knew he was gonna say this. We didn't watch this video, but this is so common, guys. How many times have we heard this saying? Shrimp on the barbie, bro. Don't you ever say that when you go to Australia. Shrimp on the barbie, bro.
And this is
trying to fit in.
Don't say shrimp on the Barbie. And this phrase was popularized by a 1980s ad with Paul Hogan, who was later in Crocodile Dundee. And it was sponsored by the Australian Tourism Commission to try to bring in international travelers. But this is absolutely not what an Australian would say. If they would even use that phrase at all, they would say prawn, not shrimp. So don't make it more annoying than it already is.
Prawn on a barbie. Prawn on a barbie. So what if somebody... God. I'm gonna piss y'all off. I'm gonna piss y'all off when I go there, bro. What if I say that? I gotta say it to a supporter, though. That way nobody punch me in my snout. Wait, what, piranha? No, wait, piranha. Wait, let me
bring in international travelers. But this is absolutely not what an Australian would say. If they would even use that phrase at all, they would say prawn, not shrimp.
Prawn on a barbie. What if I come out there and talk about prawn on a barbie? Y'all gonna look at me like, you're funny, okay. Okay, would you let me slide if I say that?
So don't make it more annoying than it already is.
That's disrespectful. Would y'all let me slide? Is that disrespectful though? Y'all say? I'm not even gonna say it. It'd be my luck. I run to like an Australian boxer or something. You know, been on knock me loose.
Number 4, drinking in Australia. Now for this one, I'm mainly talking about major cities, specifically Sydney. So don't quote me on the rest of the country.
$9 for that.
But in Sydney, you can't get a beer after 1:30 in the morning because they have something called a lockout law, which means no one is allowed in or out of bars past that point in time. And their last call is at 3 in the morning. And of course, don't drink and try and drive because they have one of the lowest blood alcohol content levels, 0.05, before you can be arrested. And last but not least, don't order Foster's beer. That's not an Australian thing, that's an American thing. Instead, try and order a bottle of Bundaberg. My Aussie friends will know why I'm laughing.
Hey, it's no secret joke, but I'm glad I was drinking. Ain't gonna get me either way.
Number 5.
We kept them in the toilet? Secret stand.
Number 5. Don't underestimate its size. Australia is a country with about 25 million people. And because it's a continent, it's made up of almost 7.6 million square kilometers. And despite the fact that the majority of its population is clustered around the coasts, in urban areas, it still means that as a tourist, it's going to take a long time to get from place to place. So it's important to take a look at exactly how long it's going to take you to complete your itinerary.
Facts. Plan your trip out. No, 3-4 weeks. 3-4 weeks or something. Because if you think you got a bucket list of things you finna do in one day, just wait till you find out how far it is from this destination to that one. You're going to change your plans, bro. You're going to be like, yo, I don't think we got enough to do everything. How far is the next place? Another 2-3 hours? Like, you got to plan your day out for real. Like, yeah. You got to plan your day out. Your trip got to be like a month if you want to just explore some of it. You got to just keep coming back, you know? You just got to keep coming back, man. It's too big. You're not getting everything done in a day on that bucket list. You're not getting half. You're not getting a quarter done, I promise.
So it's important to take a look at exactly how long it's going to take you to complete your itinerary. Number 6, don't always tip. Now, unlike some countries, tipping isn't required in Australia. And that's mainly because their minimum wage is the highest in the world, at around $18.93 an hour. Now, in places like the US, waitstaff require tips to earn a living wage.
We got people with skills and trades ain't even making that. Ain't even making that an hour. Can we do something better about that? Like, can we pay people more in the US? I don't get it. I mean, goodness. Damn, $18? Yo, I'm thinking about all the high schoolers and stuff. Man, I got bread. Y'all in school, I got money. It is a little more expensive out there. It is. That's exactly why y'all getting paid more. That 18, you probably like, hey, it don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing. I know. But still, though, compared to the U.S., I mean, it's a $2 difference. Some other places, maybe $3 difference. Minimum wage is $16.50. It's about $16 to $16.50 now. It's like $16.32. You got to fact check that. That's not accurate. Around there, you know?
3 cents an hour. Now, in places like the U.S.,
Definitely
wait staff require tips to earn a living wage because the national minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. Now, if you have great service, for sure you should tip the person. All I'm saying is you won't be scorned like in the U.S. if you don't. Number 7, don't rely on public transport.
And you know what I noticed? I know some people that are actually waiters and waitresses, and they talk about how customers didn't tip all the time and da-da-da-da. I'd be like, wait, hold on. You see, this is why I love making these videos. I'd be like, well, did they have an accent or anything? Well, like, why does that matter? They're like, I was busting my behind, going back and forth, giving up. Like, well, did they have an accent? But like, why does that matter though? Because I was doing all that. I'm like, but did they have an accent though, fool? Like, yeah. What it sound like? You know? And just tell me what it sound like. They're from the UK, Australia. Certain countries do not tip. It is disrespectful if you actually tip. They will not accept it. Some countries don't allow that. Now, I don't care if you're being nice. No, I insist. You get your little tourist behind on. We don't do that here. You know what I'm saying? There you go trying to insist your rules. You know? Go on. But I noticed, like, hey, they be coming to the U.S. and they don't be tipping. So do you guys feel like since Americans tip in the U.S., we should tip in your country because it's like, it's what we do? It's how we show thanks. And do you feel like since you don't tip in your country, you know, when you come to the U.S., you do not tip, even though you know like they take tips, or maybe you don't, you wouldn't tip, or would you make sure like you was maybe like I guess educated on the fact that you know the waiters and waitresses they get tips, bro. They make $16.50 an hour and get tips. That's good. That's good. Or do you guys feel like they already make 16 something? It depends how educated you are as a person. Either you're saying that they make 16 to 16.50 an hour. I'm not tipping. Or, hey, we come from a country where we don't tip. I don't have to tip. That's it. But what would you guys do if you did come from Australia? I'm asking my Australians specifically. If you come from another country, I don't want to leave you guys out where you don't tip. Let me know. Are you tipping in the U.S.? Especially if you know how much they make hourly. Or is that not even like in the talks? Like, are you just tipping regardless? Or are you one of the people that's like, I'm not going to tip. I'm not bashing you, you know? I like to put myself in other people's shoes and actually try to understand. That's why the first thing I do, they got an accent. If they do, that justifies where they coming from. What the accent sound like. What is Australian? I get to naming countries. They're like, Australian, I think so. And they get the same things that you guys actually say. I'm like, that's Australian. Of course you ain't get to. I don't care. I'm like, you make $16.50 an hour. Damn, bro, I know people right now chopping down meat. $7.50 an hour, bro. Chopping down meat. The finest of the meats. $7.50 an hour. Butcher shop. Hey, you complain about something. Get on. But please let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that. Some people be mad ungrateful.
Minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. Now, if you have great service, for
I like to
sure
understand
you should
both
tip the person.
sides.
All I'm saying is you won't be scorned like in the U.S. if you don't. Number 7, don't rely on public transport. Now, because Australia is so big and so spread out, public transport is difficult to find outside major cities. You know, it's not like Europe where you can take a train to a small town, hop off, and then hop onto another train to another small town. Australia is just too big for that to be feasible. So you're better off finding other ways to get around. Number 8, don't talk about immigration. Now, forgive me if I have to generalize a bit in order to get the point across. But for the most part, many Australians dislike the way that the government handles immigration, whether they're anti-immigration or whether they're disgusted by the way the government handles refugees. Of course, there's all the people in between. But the bottom line is that immigration is a big deal in Australia, and it's easier to avoid the topic.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be talking about immigration when I go out there in Australia.
Number 9,
I got other things
don't
in my mind.
take anything personally. Now, Australians always seem to be joking around, and insults are one of the ways that they do that.
Facts. Insult me, I don't care, because I'm going to insult you right back. Yeah, man, I don't care about none of that. You go ahead. Big Strac coming out there and he all soft. Man, I'm coming from the U.S., bro. We're the cruelest type of kids out here. We grew up like that. You gotta joke on each other. There is no being nice in each other's presence. You must crack on each other, especially as men. I know the women do it a little different, but like, especially as men, like, man, that's that masculine, bro. Like, we supposed to sit here and be nice to each other. I don't like you, like, have some fun. I know you ain't serious. Like
Australians always seem to be joking around, and insults are one of the ways that they do that.
I can't even
But
be
don't
myself.
make the mistake of thinking they mean anything by it. There's a funny saying where you know that an Australian doesn't like you if they don't insult you, because it means that they actually think there's something wrong with you and that it'll offend you. Go figure. So take everything with a grain of salt. Number 10. Don't be afraid to say hello. Australians have a pretty well-deserved reputation for being laid back. And like I was talking about before with the kidding around, they're good at taking things in stride.
Boy, I'm catching regular conversations with the people out there. Regular locals, pedestrians right there on the sidewalk where the buses and cars be driving by. Right there, you will see Strac talking. Yup, what? I'm talking to everybody. Hey, how you doing? How you doing today, sir? Think I'm like, bro, we gonna get this dude out of my face.
Back.
Who
like
is
I was
this?
talking about before with the kidding around, they're good at taking things in stride, which makes it easy as a tourist to make friends. And talking to people is a must.
Good, I like that. I don't want to go out there and feel alone. I don't like that. I want to be able to just walk up to a regular person and like, if I feel left out, you ever like just walk up on a regular person or like somebody you ain't know at school and you try to just talk to us, conversation so you ain't left out. You ever had like maybe it's just me. I don't care. We family. But like, you ever had a situation like that? You ain't be left out and be lonely, so you ain't just talk to anybody. Hey, try to start a conversation. And you dead wrong too, because you weren't really trying to talk to that person. You was just trying to distract yourself. You was just trying to fit in. We all been there? Or no? It's just where I'm living, huh? And people be cruel, bro. Nah, facts. So I like to come out there to the U.S. I mean, not the U.S. I like to come out there to Australia and just talk, make friends and stuff. Like I said, I want to go back home and have Australian followers, subscribers, contacts, whatever. I ain't Hollywood. Meet the right people, contacts, for sure. Because I will be back. I want to have friends. Hey, I'm coming back out there to Australia. I'm chilling with my Aussie boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Come on. Hey, come on, bro. How much it costs to go to Australia for about 5 days? 5 days ain't even enough, really? 5 days?
Taking things in stride, which makes it easy as a tourist to make friends. And talking to people is a must.
I go out there by myself and have so much fun. Stop playing. I have so much videos for y'all content. Stop playing. Stop playing. 24/7.
Last but not least, number 11. Make sure you enjoy Australia.
I'm not doing no snorkeling though. I know he said, "Oh, no." I know you said enjoy it, but I'm not doing it. There's levels to this. I'm not one of those type of guys. Be happy if I get on the boat. like Strac, don't be boring. I've been on the submarine. I've been on mad boats. I've been in the ocean. I've been in pools. I've been on water slides and all that and carnival rides. Don't go thinking I got an old soul. I'm just saying. This is Australia now. What's the chances I come? Is that a fish? That's a fish right there. What's the chances I come across something moving? I don't want to see nothing. No fish or nothing. Because if there's fish around, that means there's sharks around. I don't want to see nothing. It's okay. You could just jump right in. You jump in. You tell me how it is. Let the instructor try to tell me that. I'm going to still do it. I don't care. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to still go out there to Australia and do every single thing I'm scared of. I'm petting snakes and everything. I did it one time when I was a kid and my body's shivering and all that. Give me goosebumps.
Australia is such a cool place with so many fun
That's
and
how I knew I was
people.
scared.
And there's so much to do there. It's important to keep in mind that these are all general guidelines and tips that I find out while I was there. and I'm sure you'll have a fantastic
I
time.
know you're not going skydiving. Oh no. Skydiving in Australia is a vibe though. Skydiving? Y'all get me to 1 million subscribers, bro. Are you listening to this? Somebody clip this, because we gonna need this for the future. Manifesting. Y'all get me to 1 million subscribers. You get Strac to 1 million subscribers. I will go skydiving. Get Strac to 1 million subscribers and I will go skydiving. My heart just dropped because I know I'm telling the truth. I know I'm for real, and I just said that on the internet too, and it's here. It's documented. Oh, it's documented. Run it up. Run it up. You think I'm playing? Run it up. Run it up. I'm going to write that down too, my 1 million subscriber list. I got a bunch of things I want to do. We got a bunch of goals. It's a bunch of things I'm going to do. Hey, y'all get this channel to 10,000 subscribers. I got something in store for y'all, as a matter of fact. It's time we hit 10K on this channel, man.
And tips that I find out while I was there. And I'm sure you'll have a fantastic time while you're there.
Oh, no. Man. It must be beautiful, though. It must be beautiful, though. Oh no, I don't know. I already made the promise. Yo, this was an amazing video. Cal McKinley, this was an amazing video. Original video link will be down below in the description. We will definitely be reacting to some more videos from this channel. Can we all agree that this was a great video? I mean, this was fabulous, right? Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications on. Share the video and channel to your friends and family members. Of course, we're trying to hit 10K. We're trying to hit 1 mil. If you want to see Strac jump out of a plane, but that's something I would never, ever see myself doing. Like, never, ever, ever. But that's part of life, right? We got to learn new things about ourselves. I want to feel weird about myself, like, hey, you really jumped out of a plane. Like, yo, I want to feel weird about myself. Like, yeah, I don't even know who you are anymore. Facts on the inside. Stay safe. Feel free to follow the Twitch because we're going live on Friday. And I'm going to explain to everybody why we ain't been going live. It's a lot, but just tune in. Friday, we're going live on Twitch. I don't have like no set time. You know what I'm saying? But we're going live Friday. I'm going to be live. Trust me. Whole weekend I'm vibing. And I'm going to try to go every single day. Original video link will be down below in the description. Subscribe to all my other YouTube channels as well in the description. I love you all. Stay safe.